On a beautiful day, when the sky is blue and a nice gentle breeze is blowing, there are very few things to do as enjoyable as flying a kite. Welcome to the Verbrugge View. I'm City Manager Jamie Verbrugge, and today we have a special guest to help us promote Kite Day, which is sponsored by our Human Services Division. It's coming up on Saturday, May 20th from noon until 3 at the Valley View Playfields. And with me I have Mr. Kite, a true celebrity in the kite flying world. Mr. Kite, how many years have you been coming to Kite Day at the City of Bloomington?
Just about all of them from day one. Kite Day is on one of my places on the schedule to go to every year.
So tell me how you decided that kite flying was your avocation.
I like everything that goes in the air. I'm a real pilot. I'm a model airplane pilot, a national radio control sailplane champ from back in about '86, and that got to be started to compete on a world class area of the sailplane, electric sailplanes, and got to be much, and I wandered into a kite shop and got some kites, and the next thing you know I got hooked.
So what do you think is so magical about a kite flying, especially from a child's view?
Doesn't matter. Kids, grandparents, parents, people of all ages love kites, and I should have kept a notebook of all the kite stories I've gotten over the years, but kites are magic. You put a kite in there and the next thing you know you've got a crowd of people around. So
you're not just an enthusiast of kite flying. I understand that you have many kites, and many of them you have made yourself.
Yes.
So what materials do you usually use?
The spinnaker sailcloth, the same cloth that they do with the sailboats on the big sails out in the front, colorful. That's the same stuff that we use for making kites.
And so is that something that over time you've gotten better, or are there kits available? How do you go about building?
I just start cutting strips out and sewing them together.
Do you name all of your kites?
No, I named quite a few of them. You know,
do the kites have personalities in the way they fly?
Yes, they do. Every one is a little bit different. Some will pull off to the left a little bit. Some will pull for the right. Some will fly dead on straight out. So if you want to do a kite show by yourself, you pick the ones that fly to the right, you tie them off so they're here, and left guys you play with over here, and then you got some. And I've flown as many as 13 kites at one time.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's like keeping the platters spinning the whole time, right? Doesn't it?
Well, it isn't too bad.
So only a man in a tuxedo and a top hat could do something that magical.
Well, we use a tree, or we use a signpost or a fire plug or something, and we tie them off, and you can sort them out and around, and yeah.
Tell you what, let's take a look at some of these kites, and more importantly, see if Mr. Kite can teach me the finer aspects of kite flying. So Mr. Kite names many of his kites. You mentioned this one is named Kenny.
Yes. The secret is just a little tug now and then.
So what's usually the ideal height, do you think, to get a kite up in the air?
Wherever it flies smooth. People say, well, why don't you fly them way out? Well, then you lose the perspective of the size of them, for one thing. Plus, if the wind comes up, they're hard to get down, and you're going to be late for dinner. And so I fly them just as high as they go to where they start to fly. They stabilize themselves out. He's got a very good personality.
He's got a big smile.
He's got a big smile. He's not one of these kids that wants to misbehave. He's a good behaved kid. So, put him right on the top of the list of a kite with good personality.
All right, I'm about to get my own tutorial from Mr. Kite. He's readying the line for me.
Yeah, we just wanted to move this to a different spot so that he wants to fly like he should, so he doesn't spin and go into the ground.
And we got a good breeze, so I want to try.
You just give him a little tug like that, and away you go. Feel the line out.
You know, Mr. Kite, I don't know if I'm going to go back to the office, because I can find myself being pretty relaxed out here.
Okay, now just give him a tug.
Look at that. There you go. I think we're going to call them Patches.
Up and away.
Patches, get up. I'm tempted to start running.
No, you don't have to run.
Best laid plans gone awry.
Yeah, just hang on here a second. We gotta have a little bit of wind to make
I'm
him work.
watching the flagpole.
I think we need to go back to Kenny.
Should we try Kenny again?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try Kenny. All right, we've gone to a tried and tested kite, Kenny Seafar. We're gonna see if we can get you up in the air. Look at that. Kenny just jumps right up there. Let's see if we can get some. We get very little wind right now, but Kenny's hanging tough.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm not sure which way the wind is coming from because you said I want to keep the wind at my back, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
And when he pulls like that a little bit, then you feed him some line out.
Hey.
And then if he wants to fall, then you pull him in a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Kenny is watching me wherever he's at.
He's watching you.
Uh-huh.
He's watching
Those eyes
all
are
of us.
following me. He looks so happy to be up there, doesn't he? So there you have it, an experience with a real celebrity, Mr. Kite, who taught us how to fly a kite today. He'll be at our Human Services Kite Day on Saturday, May 20th from noon to 3 p.m. at Valley View Playfields. There'll be live entertainment, there'll be contests, there'll be drawings for prizes, and a couple thousand of your Bloomington resident neighbors will probably be out here having fun as well. Make sure you're here too. We'll see you next time on the Verbrugge View.